fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the... Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. On play action, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, Cousins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 67 yards. And the Vikings need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he takes a shot. He says this will be incomplete. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, and look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. On 1st and 10, Young. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Young. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter, who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep, Brandon Powell. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And they're able to add up. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number 1, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here is Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard from 19 yards away. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, you're a former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best?
There he goes, right side. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Young now. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Young throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's Young. He's got Mingo. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Young working out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy that goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get it free.
With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. He lets one go deep for Addison. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Meanwhile, Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Here we go.
Cousins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
On the set.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Hey.
Young to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now Young. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? 4th down now after a loss of 2. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with a Viking. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First down, Young. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, 45 yards. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Jordan Hicks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Oh, the return is Powell. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings Return back here on offense.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 44 yards. And the Vikings have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Yeah, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Ready up. Set, go.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Powell on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe...
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, Young. That is caught. He'll get get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Oh, Young loses it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz. Offensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings add 6 more to their point total. And they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught out in the right flat. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Throwing, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll start on the ground with Madison. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. Shreds the tackle. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 2. On play action, Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance.